All right, welcome to a quick review then of some budget tablet PCs. We've got the Lenovo A300, which you can pick up for about £130 now or under, so it's not that budget, but it is budget. The Argos or Bush MyTablet, £99. The Kindle Fire HD, the latest version, which again is, I think, 119, is our average price. You can get it less than that. The Nook, which you can get for £99 quite easily, and the Tesco Hudl, which is 119. Or if you pay for it with your club cards, I think if you get double points, £60 worth of club cards will get you £120 worth of kit. Is that right? Something like that. So, okay, that's that. Those are the boxes. What we're going to do is have a look at a quick review of each of these. And just to test them, see how easy they are to turn on, I'm going to ask Alessio to take the Hudl and see if you can turn it on for us. Oh, actually, it's come on. It's not fair because when I pulled the plug out, it turned on. Maybe that's going to work. Right, okay, so we've got the Hudl here. Very nice screen. Very nice everything, really. It's got a 3 megapixel camera at the back, and I think it's a 2 megapixel one, a facing camera. And Android, they're all Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2. Some of them are skinned, this one isn't. It's got some of the Tesco bits added on, but you can take them off quite easily if you don't use Tesco. Very nice feel. You know, it feels like a quality product. The Wi-Fi is good. The screen is, you can look at the specs in the description or just look them up yourself. Very good specs. What more can you say? Do you like that one, Alessio?
Yeah, I think that was my favorite of the 5 that you have there.
Okay, well there you go. So that's the conclusion. Bye. No, it's a very, I don't know, it just kind of does the job for £120, and you know, that's very, very good. Next in the line, and might come back to it if you can think of something else. Can you, it'll probably turn itself on.
Yep.
There you go. Now this one's interesting, isn't it, Alessio? Because actually this is the only one that allows profiles. So you can set up different profiles for adults or for children. You can restrict those profiles accordingly. Would you like to try and log into one of them? Log into, yeah, whichever one you want. Now, this is skinned, and it's a Barnes & Noble product, and they try and steer you towards the Barnes & Noble store, but you don't have to go there, because actually you can download Google Play, and you can download the Amazon, whatever it is, app to buy apps and other stuff. So in fact, it's a very functional tablet. It's got the best screen of the lot. Spec of the screen is not far off what you'd get on an iPad mini, the latest Retina iPad mini. It's that good, it's fantastic. Hasn't got a camera, no camera, front or back. It is what it is. It's skinned, so it's not classic Android, so you might like it, you might not like it, I don't know. What do you think, Alessio? Verdict, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's very good. The only problem, as you said, the skin doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, doesn't
do it for Alessio. It's the only one that's got a physical home button on it. None of the others have got physical home buttons. It does take, all the others take standard USB cables. This takes a 30-pin connector, so that's different. You're going to have to look after your 30-pin connector. The reason they've done that is because they say it charges a lot quicker, and it charges really, really fast. And it keeps its charge. It's got a good charge. I would say, in terms of maintaining charge, it's number 2. And I would say Hudl maybe is number 1, because the Hudl does that well. There we are. Would you like to work out how to turn that off, Alessio? It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. Yes, he's got it. So number 3 in our range would be the very latest Kindle Fire HD. And this is the latest, which brand new to the market as we speak. Well done. Worked out how to turn it. Would you like to log in?
Okay, I can try.
Swipe PC. Yeah, there you go. So again, 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, but this time it's a bit skinned. And the skin pretty much ties you into spending your money with Amazon. That's really what it's all about with this device. Spend your money with Amazon. It's a beautiful device. It's got a lovely screen. Again, no camera whatsoever. They can all take, I mean, I haven't mentioned memory because they can all take 32 gig micro SD cards, so it's kind of irrelevant, really. But that is a cost, of course. Really good device, apart from the fact that you can only use Amazon. That's the big drawback. So you can't use Google Play, you can't get anything from there at all. You can just use a relatively limited range of stuff from Amazon. If you're happy with that, that's fine. Battery life, again, I would put it maybe joint number 2 along with the Nook. It's quite good. Both this and the Nook really are book readers with other bits added on. I think that's what they're about, yeah? But having said that, you know, it's quite a sweet device. It's nifty. Buttons on the back. Would you like to work out how to turn that off, Alessio?
I suppose it's the same button.
Yeah, that's right. And again, with these, you never know which way's up and which way's down. And I found that very confusing, finding the buttons and the volume buttons. You think, I've got no idea which way around this is. I've got just no idea at all. So orientation is quite an issue. Now, Argos or Bush, MyTablet. I'm gonna turn it off and ask Leslie to turn it on. Music, yeah. Do you want to log in again for me? Thank you very much. So, I don't know if you can see that. It's a 16 by 9, I think, which could be a really good ratio for playing movies, were it not for the fact that the screen actually doesn't have very good viewing angles compared to the others. I don't mind the build quality. You know, there's been a lot of stuff about this in the press about build quality. Actually, it feels like a big iPhone 5S. You know, it kind of, and even on the back, they've got designed by Bush in the UK, which is not quite designed by Apple in California. But hey, you know, it's nowhere near. But okay, fair enough. A lot of grumbles in the press. I think it's got a harder time than it deserves, because I think it's an okay bit of kit. The cameras are nothing to write home about, I'm afraid, neither the front nor the back. You know, they're just not worth talking about. But, you know, maybe for kids, that's fine. And maybe you've got somebody who likes, I think they come in pink and white, silvery back. It's all right, you know. £99. My problem there would be that the difference between this and the Hudl is more than 20 quid's worth of difference, that's all. So I wouldn't say it's rubbish. I wouldn't say it's unusable. It's noticeably slower. So, you know, the Hudl's quad core, you know, this hasn't got that kind of spec inside it. So it is that bit slower. That my only grumble with this is the battery life, because the battery goes really, really quickly. And we actually found when my son was playing a game on this, that while it was plugged in, it was losing power. So the game was taking more power than the charger was giving it, which was a bit freaky. It has a non-standard charger. It doesn't have a USB cable. I lied earlier on when I said they've all got USB cables. It's not, because this actually doesn't have one. It's got a little round thing. Apart from that, what else can I say? Not a lot. It does come down, it's got an HDMI output port. It does come down a bit to taste, you know. Again, it's pretty much unskinned Jelly Bean 4.2.2. You know, it's not as bad as some in the press would have you believe. The build quality isn't that bad. It's all right. It does flex, but hey, you know, so do a lot of tablets. So that's the Argos jobby. And there's a Lenovo one here. Again, I'm going to turn it off and see if Alessio can turn it on for us. La 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 la. Oh, he's a bright cookie. Bright cookie. There you go. So again, Jelly Bean 4.2.2, pretty much unskinned. It's a nice device. Very, very similar to the Hudl. A couple of differences would be that it's actually got a 5 megapixel camera as opposed to the Hudl's 3 megapixel on the front. So a bit better camera. Slightly lower processor than the Hudl. It's got okay sound, I suppose. Now, the best sound actually I found was the Kindle Fire. When playing YouTube videos, I'll come back to that in a minute, the sound was really, really good. In terms of this one, any other comments? Just a little quirk, if you want to insert the memory card, you rip the back off, which is really weird. Okay, and you can insert a memory card in the back, and you can also take the battery out if that is the sort of thing you like doing. And you can get models that you insert a SIM card into. I was hoping this one was one of them, but for 129, maybe not the case. John Lewis do it for 129. If you can find it cheaper than that, stick something in the comments. Not much more to say on the Android front, because it's just pretty much standard Android. But nice, like it. On the Kindle Fire thing, it didn't have a YouTube app, which just, you know, from the kids' point of view was, what? Why hasn't it got a YouTube app? Well, that might be because YouTube is Google and this is Amazon. But you can go to a website, www.onemobile.com, and one with a numeral 1, onemobile.com. And if you go to that website on this, you can download One Mobile for the Fire. And once you've downloaded One Mobile, you can then use that app to download lots and lots of other apps like YouTube. So it's a very good thing to do there. You can't get Google Play on it, but you can do it that way. Lots of good apps. and it's a bit flaky with them, but hey, Wi-Fi, let me just say something about Wi-Fi. Lenovo, it loses Wi-Fi all the time. In fact, none of them were really that good with Wi-Fi around the house, apart from maybe the Nook. That was quite good with the Wi-Fi. It kind of, wherever we were, it kind of had Wi-Fi. But all the others were a bit flaky when it came to Wi-Fi. This house has got loads of Wi-Fi in it, but they all kept losing it, which kind of made the kids lose it, which kind of made me lose it. But, you know, it's kind of a whole circle of losing it going on. Right, so those are you know, let's just to compare them. What have you got there, Alessio? Oh, is that an iPad mini? Right, let's turn this on. Would you mind turning these on while I turn your iPad mini on? Let's turn them on together, shall we? Let's find where the little buttons are. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, turn them on and kind of logging them in, just so we can get some kind, because I know how to work this one, and I'll be able to turn that one on myself. But just to compare, now you can get, of course, an 8 gig. No, 16 gig, I think, iPad mini now, this one here, for $250 direct from Apple, even cheaper if you like. But just maybe you can have a look there that they're actually, you know, this is 7.9 as opposed to 7, and just, you know, so you can see them side by side. I have to say, just a couple of comments in that case on Android. First, I don't get why you have 2 types of screens. So you've got the screens with applications icons on them, but then you go to applications and your applications are there as well. I don't get that. Because I'm used to the Apple thing and it's all kind of in one place, you don't have the 2 types of places to get stuff. I can't figure it out. The other thing, because I don't see very well, is accessibility. Now, the nice thing about the Apple stuff is, right from the box, without using my eyes, I can use it and configure it, and I can use VoiceOver to read everything. You can do it on some of these, but you've got to get a sighted person to help you, and that's a bit irritating. And even then, TalkBack, which is their equivalent to VoiceOver, it's not as good as VoiceOver. Now, it is 2 years behind VoiceOver, so that's fair enough. It's not as good as VoiceOver. And they've all got magnification on them, just like the iPad has, so that's compatible, even though you do need somebody with eyesight to help you set up. Now, the Nook is not the case. The Nook, we can't get TalkBack to work. I've looked on the web, I don't know if there's any, so it's just inaccessible. So sorry, Nook, in the bin. But, you know, this is a comparison for you. If you want to know anything else, send a comment in, try and answer if we can. Apart from that, there you go. Tell us which one you think you would buy. There is a Carphone Warehouse one around for £49. Couldn't get hold of one of those and was told not to bother. I'm happy to give it a go. In my opinion, I suppose, conclusion, which one do you like best, Alessio? Apart from the iPad mini, yes, yes.
What I was say.
Yeah, apart from the iPad mini.
Yeah,
I
think the Hudl is
Hudl?
what I would go for.
I would agree with you. I like the Hudl. Yeah. I think it's lovely. I think, you know, the others are much of a muchness. The Lenovo should be the same price as the Hudl. The Argos one, I do like. It should just be a bit cheaper to reflect the fact that actually the spec is a little bit lower than some of the others. But don't write it off. You know, don't listen to what they say, because it isn't that, you know, a lot of these things are a matter of taste, and some people just like that. Some people love the Nook. The Nook also comes with a black surround and not just a white one. But, you know, pays your money, makes your choice. That's a summary of Budget Roundups and Budget Tablet Wars. Thanks, Alessio. Thank you.